How do you wish to start 2026? If you're hoping for it to feel a little softer and slower, you're not alone. There's something about the new year that invites us to pause, refocus, and consider what we need for better alignment. For me, I guess that means being more intentional about seeking things that fill my cup. So in this week's video, I start the year by pouring back into myself as I try to find balance and hopefully, eventually, regain a steadier footing. There's something so therapeutic about walking in nature, and I'm always thankful that the beach is not too far away from my home. I haven't been reading as much as I'd like to lately, especially in the month of December. In a way, reading is a muscle that strengthens with time and practice, and I'm looking forward to diving right back in again. Okay, so I thought it would also be opportune for me to talk about the last book that I read in 2025, which was The Safe Keep. So in a nutshell, this book is about two women living together in a house, with one being the owner of the house and the other being a guest. I would say the book explores themes of desire, sexuality, identity, breaking out of that perceived identity, and whether identity is tied to a particular location or material things. So the writing is quite lyrical and it creates a really dark, moody atmosphere, which I think goes very well with the plot of the book. But my gripe about the book would be that I felt like I wasn't fully convinced by the characters. And in terms of characterization, it was a lot of telling instead of showing. So those are my quick thoughts on The Safe Keep. Also, today I went over to S's place because she organized a book club at her house amongst her friends, and the people whom she invited, I don't know any of them, so I met a number of new friends today, which is always nice. And it's also really lovely to hear people talk about their favorite books in 2025. I'm quite inspired to read more non-fiction this year because there were a number of non-fiction books being mentioned, and yeah, that filled my cup this week as well. I didn't film anything. I think the only clip that I managed to film was of like the lunch table. But yes, that was a nice little activity today. My friends will know that I've been trying to keep up with my daily meditation for a while now. Keyword trying. I'm usually only able to commit to 7 to 15 minutes every day, but hey, I'd say that's better than nothing. I set the timer and sit with silence and my breathing. I was done with my journal last year, so I'm able to start 2026 with a fresh notebook. Journaling always gives me an opportunity to clarify and sit with my thoughts, and I'm glad that I've stuck with this habit for a few years now. fun fact, my current pillowcase is sewn by a friend, but it has started to tear a little. So I think it's quite fitting that I have a new pillowcase also by a friend. Lastly, the new year also meant work resuming. I'm happy to share that work has been good. Going back to the office with snacks from colleagues gave me the warmest welcome, and overall the days so far are a reminder that I am enjoying what I do. The other day, something happened at work that made me so fulfilled and happy, and it had nothing to do with getting more recognition or money. So yeah, whether or not this arrangement stays shall remain a question that I'll continue answering in 2026. But for now, my work fills my cup and my bank account, and for that, I am grateful.